Is it Megan? Hi, Megan. Aren't you a candidate yourself? Well, if you get enough votes on the signature thing, you can come up here and speak sometime, and then you wouldn't have to do so much yelling. I love you. I'd be happy to talk to you afterwards. Okay, you got it. He doesn't represent this district. Okay, fine. All right, thank you. Moving right along, I just thought you all want to know that. I'm pleased to announce that we do have an Andy here today. Congressman Andy Barr is here as well. We appreciate having Andy in Kentucky this weekend. Of course, Congressman Barr is running for the United States Senate seat that'll be vacated by Senator McConnell. He's got the most effective campaign in America. You'd be wise to stay on his side. Now, usually when you win a race, you have to pound your opponent, right? But I don't know what he did, but he got a guy who's got all kinds of money, and he got the president to make him an offer he couldn't refuse. I mean, how many people actually want to be the ambassador to Colombia? I mean, Britain, the Virgin Islands, places like that. But he got run out to go to Colombia. So now, while most people spend their summer at the lake, Andy has spent his summer introducing himself to people who still don't know who he is, even though he's been on the ballot 5 times. Is this your first here? Second time here at Fancy Farm. Please help me welcoming the Andy who is not afraid to show up at Fancy Farm. Andy Barr.
Tradition. I'm Andy Barr. I'm the Republican nominee for the United States Senate, and I'm so Kentucky, my laptop runs on coal. I believe tobacco is a vegetable, and Ale-8-1 should be in the school lunch program. First, I want to send our well wishes to Senator McConnell, who I spoke to yesterday. He shared that he looks forward to getting back to work soon, and he reminisced about the many times he went to Fancy Farm picnics since 1984. When the senator first spoke here, Kentucky was a Democratic stronghold. But today, as Senator McConnell says, you can't find a Democrat with a flashlight. Hey, if I were a Kentucky Democrat and had to defend the Democratic Party, I wouldn't want to be found either. Which is why I guess Governor Beshear is not here today. To his credit, I'm impressed by the governor's rapid response to emergencies. No matter what happens in Kentucky, within 2 minutes, he can find a podium and his navy blue emergency management jacket. You know, he loves that jacket so much, he has pajamas just like it. Also, to his credit, he's worked his way up from nothing. If by nothing you mean starting as a son of a governor. Did you hear that the governor said he didn't know any details about this week's announcement of a $100 billion investment in his own state? Whoa! And I thought Joe Biden was sleepy. But I'm glad my opponent, Charles Booker, is here. You see a lot of stories that the Democratic Party is out of step with voters. By that standard, I would have to say, the Democrats have picked the perfect candidate in Charles. You know, I would call him the Mamdani of Kentucky. But Mamdani has actually won an election. You know, Charles is a community organizer. Newsflash, that's not a job. That's what you put on a resume when professional complainer sounds too negative. I heard Charles recently learned how out-of-state step he was with Kentucky voters and decided to repair his image. So he walked into a bourbon bar and announced, "I'm a socialist drinker." The bartender asked, "Don't you mean you're a social drinker?" Charles responded, No, I'm a socialist drinker. I only drink when someone else is picking up the tab." You know, Charles has been endorsed by socialist Bernie Sanders, AOC, and the Indian princess herself, Elizabeth Warren. Charles and the Socialist. That sounds like a name of a band no one wants to listen to. It's like ABBA, but they can't sing money, money, money because it's always been redistributed. Charles, socialism doesn't work in Cuba and it won't work in Kentucky. The socialists can keep their electric scooters, their oat milk, and the Green New Deal. In Kentucky, we like our trucks, our mint juleps, and our AC set to 68. My opponent's whole platform is abolish. Abolish ICE, abolish the border, abolish police, abolish prisons, abolish private health care, abolish student debt. Come November, he's going to wish they had abolished Election Day. Charles opposes showing an ID to vote. I think that's crazy. But then again, if I was one of Charles' voters, I wouldn't want to identify myself either. He's also for universal basic income. In other words, paying people to not work. But Charles is always thinking ahead. Now he's trying to figure out how to pay overtime for not working. Charles and the socialists say they want to tax the rich, but they consider rich anyone who owns a pair of socks that match. They believe in shared sacrifice, which means you sacrifice your paycheck and they share in it. They say they're working for the working people. Then they propose policies to make it harder to work. In Kentucky, socialism is as popular as Christian Laettner. The socialists know this, so they've rebranded themselves as Democratic Socialists. Democratic is one thing, socialist is quite another. You can't be both. No wonder they can't figure out what bathroom to use. The problem is not the word democratic, the problem is the word socialism. You can vote your way into government control, but it's a lot harder to vote your way out. First they ask for your vote, then they ask for your paycheck, and in the end, they ask for your freedom. And by then, it's too late. Ladies and gentlemen, this race is about whether Kentucky will elect a senator who will fight for you, or whether you will vote for someone who will give you